anyone watching?
Okay, we have one viewer.
Yay.
Welcome.
To the stream.
Okay, we have people. Okay. Um, so welcome. Basically, I am starting completely from the beginning. I think it's best. That way we can progress through the game. And go from there. So as you can see, I've made a completely new profile. Literally haven't done anything with it yet, so let's get started. Okay, maybe I should have set up my controls beforehand. I didn't actually think that I would need to redo everything. I thought it would just come across from one profile to the next. Basically, I've been playing this game for a number of years. Okay, so we do have eye tracking. It's not the best, but it'll do for now. We'll get rid of that, and we'll get rid of those. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I'm in a truck that's not mine. So basically, I've got to start completely from the beginning. And as you progress, you earn money, and of course, with that money, you can buy trucks, you can buy new garages, staff, other trucks, and have people drive them for you and make a massive business. So that's what we're going to do. Well, obviously, we're going to start from the very start and work our way up the ladder. So we are starting off in Newcastle, and we're going to do the first job. Which I believe, if I remember rightly, should be empty pallets. light trucker there, allowing me to cross over. So the AI in this game are very, well, I would say friendly to a degree, but some of them aren't. Some of them will try and crash into you, which is a bit of a pain, because if they do crash into you, then you do get a fine. It's quite generous of the game to lend us a Scania for this one. I would say Scania's probably is one of my favourite trucks out of all of them. Manufacturer-wise, they seem like they're a good quality truck. They can handle various different types of payloads, and they're just a smooth ride. Flawless, absolutely flawless. So basically, I actually watched another streamer called Squirrel, who you might have heard of. He does a lot of these types of games. He plays the truck games and bus simulators, train simulators, all that kind of stuff. I do believe he plays Microsoft Flight Sim as well. But he does play a few of these different types of games, and I was watching it on there, and I thought, actually, this looks really interesting. And I like driving games. But the thing is, a lot of the driving games I played at the time were just racing games. So they weren't really... Like, I like long driving. I love being in a car. Long journeys. I thought that this was a really good substitute. And being able to follow the traffic laws, you know, was a really cool thing for me. So it just made sense to have a game like this. I have no idea where we're heading. I'm going to hazard a guess and say Carlisle. Going by the route that we're taking. I could be wrong though. There could be on my main account. It was heavily modded. I had various different assets and stuff. This is playing 100% vanilla. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. But so far, everything's looking pretty much the same. Yeah, pretty much cross country. Yeah. Scenery wise, this game is beautiful. It really is. They've done a fantastic job on this game. The visuals are very on point. Considering how old this game is, I think it's somewhere like 6 or 7 years old, I believe. It might be more. But yeah, this game's a really... They've done a fantastic job on it, and they're still adding to it. So a lot of the DLCs are other countries that you can buy, and then you can drive from. I mean, obviously this is Euro Truck Simulator, so obviously you buy European countries, so you can drive from one end of Europe to the other. And obviously you've got American Truck Simulator, which is very much the same as this, but obviously American. And each of the updates that you can buy, the DLC packs, it's the different states, which is really cool. Yeah, Colin. Yeah, I thought so. So I think on my other account, which I've played for years, I think I must have some sort of traffic mod because there's like always a lot of traffic, way more than this. This seems very empty compared to how I have the game set up. But I want to play totally vanilla, just to make a complete change. So yeah. And we've discovered Carlisle. That is true, yes, it is during lockdown, so yes, there are a lot less cars on the road. That makes total sense. Yes, that's how we're gonna play this one. Yes, I totally agree with that. I like that idea. We're just gonna pretend we're in lockdown, that's why there's fewer cars on the roads. Yes. I'm 100% up for that idea. Oh, I stopped a little bit too early. Is that around here, or I've gone past it? I believe I may have gone past it, in which case I've thrown myself into a tight corner.
Oh yeah, 10 minute truck is really cool because it's a cargo.
Yeah, they want it. Okay, so yeah, I've added an extra job for myself. I'm gonna have to come out and turn back around. Yeah, I just want to get this this job out the road on this one. You can do the harder parking, the straight in parking, or you can just skip it altogether. Now, I never like to skip, but when it's that kind of parking area, it's not the kind of parking I want to do because it's a very tight space, so it's never how I want it to go. Because I do struggle with these ones. Other ones are fine, but given the size of the parking area, it's not ideal to park a large truck in. So that's the first one done. What I'll do actually is there's our garage. So this is my headquarters. As time goes on, we will expand this. But I am going to have to change a few of my settings around because it's not quite where I want it to be. I do have my son here keeping me company as well.
Yep, hi.
There we go. He is off school, so he is keeping me company.
I'm just playing one of my games on my tablet. Oh my gosh, it's so big.
Okay. So we'll try that. We'll go on the job market and we'll have a look at what quick jobs we can get. So we'll have a look at the ones. So we're in Carlisle now, so we'll stay in Carlisle. That's not a bad one, Carlisle, Manchester. So we'll pick up that one. Joe says hi, Zach.
Hi. Hi, Joe. I'm just reading the comments now. I love the joke about the COVID thing. And about the cars. I'm just trying to do this. I've got a little big butt.
Yes, that's much better. Okay, so we've got 2 hours and 55 minutes to reach Manchester. It looks like we're pulling some sort of petrol or some sort of fluid. For the first start ones, yes you do, yeah. This truck's not very powerful. So when you first start off with the game, with my newbie in that name, you kind of pick up jobs that's purely yes, you can bully them into stopping, yes, that is totally correct, yes. It also works in real life. You do find truckers doing that. But, yeah, so with jobs, when you first get started, you haven't got enough money and you haven't got a good enough reputation to start getting jobs yourself. So you kind of have to drive other people's trucks to deliver their cargo. But the only issue is with that is, it's not great pay, so it takes you a while before you can start getting your own contracts and stuff and being able to take them out. But it shouldn't take us too long because, well, I've played this game for a long time, so I'm quite used to how it works. And there's literally no one on the road, so yes, COVID-19 is a thing.
Yes. Everyone staying locked down. Yes, everyone staying locked down.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Okay. Yes, I do agree, actually, yes. I have no idea why that is, but let's have a look.
When possible, make a U-turn.
Okay, I can turn right on that. Tune the master volume down a bit. We'll see how that goes. Let me know if there's any more issues. Is this any better or? Okay, cool. Okay, that's good. Yes, I really do need a secondary monitor. Every time I look to my right down there, I'm looking at my phone. I'm trying to do it as a glance, but at the same time, the Tobii eye tracker is literally tracking my eyes as well as my head movement. I do need to figure out how to turn eye tracking off, because I don't feel it's needed as much for this game. Because I do like to glance down at the sat nav and also have a look over at my phone, so I need to find out how to turn that off.
If anyone knows, put it down in the comments.
Ooh. This truck does not like this hill.
Oh, it does not.
Yeah, I have noticed the delay. So I do try and wait. The eye tracker and head tracker are all built into the same device. So I can't actually disconnect one. I've got to have both. But in the game settings, there is a way of turning the eye tracking off and having the head tracking on, but I don't know how to do that yet. Because it's not exactly as straightforward on this game to set up. It is for the initial getting the device to work and having it so it tracks both. that's not a problem, but where the problem is 50. Okay. Yeah, there's a difference, yeah. So the head tracking is the big movements, and your eyes are kind of like a finer adjustment on that. So I could turn my head in a certain location, and I could fine tune it with my eyes. But for this game, you're pretty much only rotating your head left and right, and maybe sometimes a little bit down. But you're not really using your eyes to do that because your head moves in the general location anyway, and you get to use your eyes to see the rough parts of the screen anyway. So it's not really needed as much. The head tracking is though. Head tracking is definitely needed for a game like this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to see my left mirrors. But I could turn on the assistive mirror, so it would give me the left-hand mirror on the side of the screen. But I don't like that because, yeah, I like the fact that this game can operate with zero UI and just have the truck layout as it would be. So we are coming off at the next junction, I believe. No, because that's the services. No. Yeah, straight on. Yeah, it's a lot less immersive having the various different forms of UI because you do have a sat nav pop up, which I believe that's the left mirror I was talking about. Once I get onto a straight pot, I'll show you the rest. So that's the sat nav map, but obviously you've got a sat nav built into your dash, so there's not really a need for having the sat nav on screen other than telling you your time and your fuel. But to be honest, as long as you're driving okay and you're not going all the way around the world, then you should be okay. Sometimes road hazards can pop up, like some roadworks or diversions. So you will need to divert, and that can affect your time. But realistically, it's kind of out of your control anyway. So there's not really a great deal you can do with it. But yeah, you can have it like that, so it's a little bit less intrusive. But I still don't like it. And if you go this way, you've got both mirrors, or you can just have the right mirror or none. And yeah, I prefer with zero UI. It just makes the experience much more immersive. Yeah, so yeah, the actual UI is built into the truck's dash, and that's what makes it a much more realistic experience. And I do prefer that. It's the same with how I play Microsoft Flight Simulator. There are on-screen UI that you can actually turn on to help aid, but I prefer whatever UI is built into your surroundings to be the UI that I would like to use. It does add a much more pleasant experience when playing something like this. Yes, that would be funny. Yeah, that would help. Actually, that would be a great idea in the summer. That would definitely be a great idea in the summer. To help me keep myself cool, because obviously when I'm playing a game on my computer in the summer, it does get really hot. Mr. Land Rover's going pretty slow, so I'm gonna go around. Maybe? Nope, because I've just seen the sign for Manchester, so someone did get pulled over there though. I'm waiting for this car to come on the inside so I can take my turn.
Go straight on.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, that is also quite realistic to real life. There are far too many of them. I don't know why they have to go slower than
Keep left, and then
what they really should be doing. Because, in all fairness, going slow doesn't mean you can't be involved in a crash, and it actually means that you could actually cause a crash. If someone's not expecting you to be slow on the road, then it can cause, because everyone's expecting you to be doing a certain speed on the road. So if you're going slower than that, they might be catching up to you faster than they think. But yes, old farmer and his Land Rover. Not 100% sure what that bus was braking for. Oh. Really? Um, yes, we also do have that term over here. Yeah, it's not actually as common of a saying anymore. It used to be, but now it's not a term that we use anymore. We just call them old people. No offense to anyone that watches, but you know what I mean.
Fence.
turn left.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
I highly doubt Manchester would be this empty even during lockdown.
Exit
yes. As you go through, you will get. Right. You will get different licenses for different types of cargo. So as you progress, you will be able to unlock them, but it's all part of the progression system, which I think is quite cool. Yeah, I've fudged that up. Oh. How's that? No. There we go. Another one complete. We do get oversized loads, yes. We need pilot cars and beacons on the trucks as well. Escorts. If I can, actually, I will try and do one of those, but I think I will see. Okay, so we'll talk about the oversized loads in a minute. So these are your hazardous. So when you get jobs, you get skill points. So you can pick one of these, or you can pick a more long distance, which obviously more money, high value cargo, fragile cargo, just in time delivery. So the ones that are really a really small window in which to get your delivery, and eco driving. So yeah, you manage to save more fuel, which obviously saves you money in the long run. So I would probably go for the higher cargo value. So if we need money, we can go to the bank and we can get a loan. More Scania trucks are available because obviously we've discovered Manchester now, so we can go to a dealership in Manchester to buy more Scania trucks. We still only have access to this. So we'll have a look, see what's available in Manchester.
Manchester. That's £7.
Okay. So let's go to Rotterdam. Bad trucks. I would say these. Yeah, I would say these are the bad trucks. For some reason my chat disappeared for a second there. I'm not sure why that was. But yes, I would say these beginner trucks because they're so underpowered. They're harder to drive because you don't actually have as much control over them. More powerful trucks, there's so much more headroom, and you can maneuver the truck with the trailer really easily. So I think we'll just do this one.
Ready to roll.
So it looks like we're at some sort of timber yard.
Turn left.
Well, let me see if I can. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, this
Turn left.
this is primarily a single player game. However, the community did make their own online game that works in conjunction with this. And this game has a huge community behind it. But yeah, the online, it's a lot different because the only vehicles you do see on the road are just players. And there are radio stations as well for this game. Obviously, I can't play it because of copyright issues with the music. But they are real DJs that play music for this game, and they give live traffic updates for the multiplayer, which is really cool. It's really nice listening to when you're just driving. I wish I could put it on to show you, but yeah, I can't. I don't think I can. I don't know how Twitch works with that, but I'm not going to take a chance. I don't want to get a copyright strike within the first day, so I'll just play it safe. I still need to go through their terms and conditions and their rules and stuff and find out exactly what's what. Are you going to let me come over? Yes. My son just pointed out that I had an extra mirror on the right hand side. So service is in 200 yards. Looks like we've got half a tank of fuel, so that's okay. We don't need to refuel yet. I don't think we will need to refuel when we're using the other trucks. I think they have enough fuel to do the job. I think that's what they're mainly aiming at, which is nice because fuel for a truck is expensive because it uses a lot.
Of fuel.
Yeah, it is. But obviously the music that they play on the radio stations is real music. They have licenses to do it, but obviously I don't, so Twitch would probably have a massive issue with that. But we'll see how it goes. We'll, like I said, I'll have a look through their rules and their terms and conditions, and I'll find out exactly what I can and can't do.
It's a beautiful view.
Yes.
Just a beautiful
No. Like, let's say I have a full tank and I do a job that requires 95% of the fuel. When I finish that job and I come away, I will still only have 5% of the fuel. So I will need to buy the fuel myself and refuel it at the petrol stations, as and when required. Which is cool, because it does slow down the progression enough. I mean, this is a game that ironically you have to be in the long haul for, because it does take a long time to make progress. But once you get so far, it kind of flips, because once you start hiring other drivers and giving them trucks to drive, and buying your own trailers for them to do more expensive jobs, they are out driving when you are, so they're earning just as you're earning, and their wage is pretty much paid by the job that they're doing, plus you get a little bit extra on top, so you do earn money a lot faster. I think I have 300 and something trucks on my other account.
307.
And I have a lot of drivers. All of those trucks also are fully customized. They're the top tier engine size. So there's nothing they can't haul. But also, like, I've tried to hire all the drivers with the highest ratings. And obviously, as the drivers drive around and do more jobs, the higher their rating goes. So they, over a period of time, start earning even more and more. So it does progress quite quickly, but you have to kind of get past a certain part first. Yeah, like I was saying in one of my previous streams, the scenery and the fantastic job they've done on this game is amazing. I mean, this is vanilla, so you can see that there is no like on my other one I've got like extra high resolution textures and various different scenery effects and stuff. But this, as the standard stock game, it is a beautiful game, as it is, and like I said, I've put hundreds, maybe over 1,000 hours into this. I don't know.
Probably over 1,000 hours.
What?
Probably over 1,000 hours.
I would say so. Yeah.
Just like when you
Actually,
get
yeah,
games.
definitely over 1,000 hours. Yeah, when you consider, well, I consider Euro Truck Simulator as well as American Truck Simulator to be the same game in 2 parts.
Just like
So yeah, I would say it's over 1,000 hours. My favorite jobs, they are the wide, long, heavy loads. They're not long, but they're awesome. The reason why is having an escort and having to take your time, and yeah, you've got obstacles and stuff. Like even like a normal bend, when you've got a wide load, it's a task. So yeah,
Straight on.
it is fun because you can't just drive normal. I mean, with a truck, you don't drive normal anyway. You can't afford to because you've got to take every corner wide. But even on the wider loads, though, you've got to go like as wide as possible. And sometimes you've only just got enough clearance to get it through. And if you don't get that clearance, then you're not going to get through. You're going to have to find a way of maneuvering yourself to get around it. So yeah, it is a bit challenging. As you can see, this truck's really struggling getting up this hill. I mean, it can do it, no problem, but it is struggling. Yes, that is a lot of time, yeah. I do agree. But I don't play a lot of games. I only play a few. So the few that I do play, I play them a lot. And I can put a few hundred hours in within a month maybe, into some of the games I really enjoy. Like some Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think I'm coming to the 200-hour mark, and I think I've probably had that game for about a month and a half. So yes, I do put a lot of hours into that. I'm not sure if you guys would be able to hear, but my son Zach does comment on things I'm talking about.
he plays it pretty much every day, Flight Sim. I'm not gonna lie. He plays it when I'm at school.
Yep. I do enjoy flying around the world, various different planes from different places.
You can go anywhere you like, and the whole world is generated by the computer, so you can fly wherever you want, like in deserts and all that. Africa, Europe, Asia, England, anywhere, pretty much.
Yeah. He was actually talking relatively quiet. But obviously once I give him kind of like that little bit of a nudge, he turned his volume up. Although I do wish at times he came with a mute button.
Tell me when to mute then.
I do all the time, and you don't.
Hey.
But anyway. So we shouldn't be too far away. Where did I say we were heading? I think it was Rotterdam, wasn't it?
At the roundabout. Take the third
Oh, speeding offence. Oops.
Yes, I am his son.
Yes. Now that's just being cheeky and that's just being mean. But yes, I do agree. There is no mute button, there is no off switch because
Exit now.
we don't have one.
Hey, he said so much for mute. Eee. That is not funny.
You're fine.
You're funny.
Okay, so we are at the ferry landing.
Get ready to turn left.
Yeah.
Turn left.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's find a new route.
So we are taking the ferry. What do you no? Your reports are going from Hull to Rotterdam. Or thereabouts.
Recomputing. Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Joe's talking to you.
So Zach, which is your favorite game? What's that Dad plays? My favorite game. Well, I've got two favorites actually, Joe. I've got Satisfactory, what I play, and
That wasn't the question.
was it not?
No.
What was the question?
The question is, which is your favorite game that you like to watch me play?
Oh.
But you can answer your question after.
Well,
Get ready.
the favorite game what I like watching Dad play is Satisfactory. I'm not gonna lie.
Turn right.
So stupid. Okay. Continue.
It's all because he's got like a giant factory on it. I'm not gonna lie.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
It's because it's satisfying as well. I mean, it is called Satisfactory because when all the materials on the conveyor belts go into the constructors and all that, it's like so satisfying to watch the materials to go into it. That's why. That's funny. Yes, it is.
Yeah. The game literally lives up to its name. Beautiful design. I love the design language. I like the art that they've done. Once again, another passion project game. Very well executed by the studio, Coffee Stain Studios. I do enjoy playing it. And I will continue to play it because they are on about releasing another update soon, or at least in the future. So that'll be cool.
I do not know.
Yes, I did. I did. Stop watching. It's hard to concentrate and having multiple conversations
Turn left.
and watch what I'm doing and read text on a very small screen.
He's reading off his phone.
I am reading off my phone.
That's why he keeps on looking like down at an angle.
It is very hard, and I'm not the best at multitasking, but I'm sure I'll get there eventually.
I'm the best at multitasking.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I'm the best at Satisfactory.
That doesn't mean multitasking.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I can multitask things in Satisfactory.
Sure.
I've got the hover pack.
Okay. That's not multitasking.
I can use the hover pack and then jetpack at the same time.
No, you can't because you can't equip them at the same time. So you can't. That's not even multitasking either. Okay, so we can go on this one. I believe I'm turning here.
Yeah, you shouldn't, Dad. Read your phone when you're driving.
It's all over.
Well, I can't exactly help it, so.
Plus, it's a game. But I do get the joke. It's quite funny. Oh, my favorite games. My favorite games are my favorite games are Minecraft and Fortnite. I love the raptors what they put in Fortnite. Can't wait to tame one. Oh wait, they're already in. But I cannot find them at the minute in Weeping Woods. Like, I've been looking with my friends in it, and I just can't find them. In Minecraft, I've built like a whole castle. I've built loads of mansions as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. So as you can see, it's still locked, and that's because we need to buy a vehicle. So let's see how much we need. Of course, we don't actually have.
I mean, yeah, Minecraft is cool. Minecraft is my favorite game right now, but Fortnite is like close to my favorite game. Like, I'm really good at it. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm also really good at Minecraft because I know how to kill like zombies, creepers, and all that. Whoa.
Yeah, I can't stand Fortnite either. So these are the different ones you can get from the bank. And obviously you've got to pay these back, but luckily this is just in-game time. So we're currently sitting with 11,000. So if we want to actually progress up to something substantial, then we'd have to take out a few of these. I mean, we could take them out, but I think we'll see how it goes in the next stream. I think that's where we'll leave it today. I might stream tomorrow to do some of the on my other profile. I think I might stream the heavier or wider loads and see how that goes. Yes, banks are bad enough in real life. Yes, that is very true. But once we get money and we start making enough money, I can get the bigger loans and it just gets paid back over time. Or you can just pay it off if you have enough money. But yes, we are making progress, and this is the start. Hopefully we'll be able to continue and go further. So that's where I'll leave it today. Thank you for joining me, or thank you for joining us, I should say.
Yes, us, not you.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.